Hi, Cass Warner. Hi, Amari Shakur Bey, Marshall Cowden, Peace and Love, Rabe, Blackamore Bay, Peace and Love, Islamism, Crystal Ellis, Fenty Day L. Thanks for joining. Peace, my brother. What's going on, Rabe? Akil, what's going on, my brother? Making that crypto money. My brother in California, William. Amalong Bay. I'll be out there on the West Coast soon. Apps. Auntie Consuela. We gonna get into some ancient stuff. Y'all ready? I love you too, my brother. We getting ready to drop the science on the time we are in. This is the rising of the kingdom of the Fez in the West. The empire of the Moors has risen. Alright, I want to share with you all some things on that I started on yesterday. Hold on, let me turn this down. This is one of the ancient maps that I use in my documents. So when we talk about, let me see if I can turn this down real quick. So when we talk about moving in the imperial language, this is real stuff. And they know it, and they know what time. When I say they, I'm talking about all of the entities, Jesuits, secret societies, the so-called Jews of today, who for centuries have prayed and meditated and do spiritual rituals against us to keep us from rising. Okay? That's why it's so important for us. See, these are all the lost books. They have all of our lost books. That's why they know the history, and they know the future, and they know what's been prophesied for us to come back and awaken and rise back to power. Because although certain empires were usurped at the time, our empire as Moors is attached to the land. So even though, and I'm sorry about this doggone phone, I need to get a better camera, but although we have titles and different things that are recognized, people recognize empires and a certain status and our titles of nobility, and in the past they have been able to be usurped. In essence, all things must change and all things will change. One thing definitely in this life is change. But there is one change that they know it is absolute that we are autonomous, autochthonous, Asiatic, aliens. We are the energy source on the planet, and the earth is ours by blood, DNA, and our structure. Our DNA structure is God-like compared to different beings, Caucasians that are born with a coccyx tail and webbed feet and different what we would call today as deformities. They are beings who are similar to mankind. We are the original Aboriginal prototype, and we are attached to the land. So it does not matter, even though I'm bringing back and have given a model of imperial status, so on and so forth, the empires out of interregnum, which is filed at the Library of Congress. We need a model and a prototype to go by, because they don't understand anything different. We as Aborigine will always be attached to the land, even if or when the next generations come behind me and decide they want to do something different. They may want to say, they may not want to call it empire. Nevertheless, we are and forever will be attached to the land. This is what we as Asiatic inhabitants need to know. So no matter what your DNA is on this continent, North, South, or Central America, Africa, wherever, the world is our oyster. The earth was given to us, the Asiatic, Aboriginal, autochthonous, autonomous, alien. And we are aliens in our own right. It's just a descriptive word, meaning we are different from any other being. And our ancestors came from the sky. They came from galactic presence. Okay? So the black fez that I showed and that I exhibit and that I wear is a representation of that. And all you Moors out there that are so full of religiosity and doctrine, who don't understand the cosmic effect and the power of your Asiatic sister, your Asiatic woman, it's time for you to wake up. Because this represents all that. Hold on, I lost the picture, y'all. Hold on. This right here is a representation of the black womb. First of all, let me start from the beginning. The black hole, which is in the cosmos. The black hole, the black womb, the quote-unquote black woman for descriptive purposes. We are Asiatic, we're not a color. And the black fez. That's it right there. The black hole, the umbilical cord, and the grand rising of the empire of the Fez, or the kingdom of the Fez in the West. This is what is indicated in the secret scrolls that have been stolen from us. This was what Christianity and all of these divisions and separations of religion have been about, to keep the secret from us. Okay? The Jews know it, which is why they've been allowed by the so-called Israelites of today in Israel controlling everything, and they are the main components that pray against us. So you all have to get into your prayer rituals, and you have to, they have been doing this for centuries, that they have taken over. When they came in, stole our books, changed our history, gave us Christianity by bloodshed, and forced it upon our ancestors. That's when they took our ancient teachings and instructions that we never had. They're not in the Bible. They're not in any of these published books. They have been kept in secret. They know that this time was coming, but they have been trying to pray against it, and they do rituals against us rising again. This is why it's important, and the Most High wanted me to know this and showed it to me in divine spiritual awakening. So once we come as a collective and begin to take our own rituals and approach a holistic way of life, and holistic way of life meaning protect our divine minds. And that means, when I say protect our divine minds, that's can protect our spiritual awakening as a whole, because all things are moving and rooting for us in the cosmos, but we haven't been in line enough for these things to take effect. And these other energies and entities and secret societies have been put in place to work against us knowing and waking up. This is the big secret. It's time. We are now in a time of our golden age once again. So we have to learn how to walk in it, and it's all related to law, jurisprudence, all of these things, ma'at, in which our ancestors and we are probably the reincarnated spirits of our ancestors. So we have to get in line with what the cosmos has already ordered. And the only way for us to do that, we have to take a holistic approach to what's going on and what we consume in our lives, in our minds, and in our bodies. So raising our vibrations, we can raise our vibrations with the use of our ancient herbs and spices, and putting, intaking those in your daily regimen. Create these things, create a shield for yourself to protect your vibrations. So protecting the divine mind as a whole will put us in line with the cosmos, so that we can walk in the image and the likeness of the Most High gods that we were created to be. This is the time we're in. Welcome to Imperial Lectures, everyone. The Spirit has placed on my heart some great things that I want to share with you all that will definitely push us to the next level. There's no room here for ego, religiosity, and doctrine. You have to let the Spirit hit you and guide you to what is right. So we eliminate all spirits of indoctrination, all spirits of religiosity. We invite the spirits of the Most High and the ancestors for whatever they want us to be doing right now. That's what time it is. As long as we follow the divine principles, we are in divine line. So basically, to protect, we need to be doing our rituals. We need to be learning our rituals that our ancestors practice, especially spiritual protection rituals daily. Okay, and incorporating these ancient herbs and spices into your regimen. And this will create a shield to uplift your vibrations and open up your pineal gland to protect from these vampires, leeches, and these draconians out here. Because if you notice, we have a large amount of Asiatic inhabitants that are experiencing skin patches. Like, where's their melanin going? They are doing their rituals to cipher our melanin. This is a power source for them. So you have all of these rituals being done, and that's why you see so many interracial relationships going on, because these groups, these entities, they do rituals based on our melanin, which is our power, being ciphered from us. One of my last encounters with my ex-husband was the fact that he had went out there and wanted to mess with a Caucasian, as several months later he's losing melanin on his penis. This is real stuff. So it's called vitiligo, but at the same token, I knew in the spirit realm what it was. And I immediately knew I had to sever myself from that relationship. Because if your vibrations is that low, is low enough for them to cipher and leech and get your melanin from your body, that lets me know you're not vibrating high enough. Okay, they do this through words, they do it through touch, and they also practice these rituals that they've been practicing against us since they took our ancient books. The lost books. Y'all ever heard of the lost books? Okay, the Torah, ancient teachings and instructions were left for us. These other so-called religions took them and have been keeping them in secret from the heirs to the land. So whether we have an empire or not, or claim whatever we want to claim, the earth belongs to us. I want y'all to take a look at some of the things that I have done and I have filed. When I say it's time for us to speak the imperial language, I do this on a daily basis. I speak the imperial language on a daily basis. So when I file something and I give them notice, it goes along with my maps, my DNA, who I am. Okay? This is one way to move in imperial status. You put and as a creditor, I'm attached to the land, and I'm going to dominate them in commerce because I know how. You put your bond, your appearance bond, your surety bond on record. You file it in the county. Mine has been filed since 2000. One of them has been filed since 2010. This is a surety bond. I'm gonna show y'all how to holistically use my spiritual principles along with my intellect and my Aborigine status to get things done. So it's not just one technique or one approach. You have to approach all of your movement with a holistic way of life. All right, so there's the bond. This bond has been sitting and it's blurry. I don't know why it's coming in blurry. Remove the blurriness, ancestors. So this is how I move in my Aborigine imperial status. I give them orders, and I placed a bond years ago with the state, county, all of them. There's my 3 signatures, my sureties. This is a part of a bond package I'm letting y'all have a sneak peek at. So I use my assets. Those were my assets filed at the county. That's an asset. That's collateral. I'm a creditor at this point. Judges and attorneys and the state of North Carolina Secretary of State, Attorney General's office have to accept a sealed. The only thing they accept as a fact is an affidavit or a sealed document under seal. So there they go. There's my filings with their county seal on it that is authentic. So they cannot deny that. All right. Now, I let them know on their form that I'm, here's my affidavit of individual surety. I am an individual surety with my assets, collateral, as a creditor attached. Individual surety. Now, this is a form that I constructed and came up with, which states affidavit of individual surety, and I gave them their statute. This is to be attached to the standard form 28. That's the individual surety form. And you always attach a statute. I'm going to just run through this real quick just to give you a little basis on how I move in commerce and how I've been able to get many things done in this fashion. So we got that. We got the financing statement attached to the collateral. Those that don't understand this, don't try this at home. And I don't have time to explain it. You got to do your research on how this can be used. I will be deleting you, whoever you are. Will Copery, put them on camera. These agents be out here. Put them on camera. You hater. Put yourself on camera. So you send them a lawful notice affidavit form. Your affidavit cannot be rebutted. So this is one of the ways that I inform them, meaning the corporate fictions that are out here as imposters, posing as though they have titles of nobility, moving in the image and the likeness of the heirs with titles of nobility on our land, abusing their powers. Now, this is how I notice them, and this is a private conversation for my private friends that I choose to speak to. So the affidavit of actual and lawful and constructive notice and legal notice, cease and desist. I usually do more than one thing with one document. And once you